Hi everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I'm here to do another general collective reading. And this reading is full moon in Libra and lunar eclipse happening tomorrow. So, I wanted to kind of check in and see what the energy is, see what the obstacles are, see what the supports are, see what you need to know, what kind of energy is helping you. So, let's see what this energy is for everyone, please. What is the energy for everyone for this full moon in Libra lunar eclipse, please? What is the energy for everyone? We have the Page of Pentacles to start out with, and then we have the Queen of Cups. So some type of new beginning, which eclipses are about new beginnings, they're also about endings. Full moons can be about endings, completing cycles. What else do we have? We have the Star. So some sort of healing journey. Something newer happening, needing to pay attention to your intuition, needing to rely on yourself to pay attention to your intuition for self-care. Um, Something's coming in. This is a healing cycle. You're completing a cycle, and something is coming in that you've been wanting for a while. We have Nine of Swords and Ten of Pentacles. So there's a lesson here about not losing yourself within others, within your family, within other people. A lot of abundance here, but needing to kind of really go deep within, kind of find that abundance within yourself first. I feel like you have some anxiety surrounding something that you're starting that's new. Maybe it's just taking a little bit longer than you wanted it to. But I do see abundance coming in. I do see a lot of like wish fulfillment coming in, things that you've wanted, healings coming in, but having trouble sleeping. I always don't sleep well when there's full moons. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but I struggle to sleep when there's full moons for some reason. What else do we have for everyone for this full moon in Libra? We have the Hermit. So needing to kind of go within. Yeah, you've been working on some sort of healing. Really deep healing. Deep healing. Deep introspection with this healing. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So you have a lot of anxiety, but they're saying, don't have anxiety. We're here for you. We got you 100%. Um, but things are going a little slower, which I think is giving you a little bit of anxiety. I also feel like you are needing to rely on some self-care, which is part like the last leg of your healing process, the last part of this journey, kind of. There's a lot of abundance here, and this abundance is tied to this healing, but there's also like a lot of anxiety or a lot of like ruminating thoughts or intrusive thoughts. What else do we have? We have Ace of Pentacles. So, yeah, starting something new. Some seed has been planted for some sort of abundance that has to deal with your self-care, has to deal with your intuition, how you use your intuition in relation to the people around you, in relation to your physical world abundance. Your intuition is directly tied. They're telling me in this reading, your intuition is directly tied to your physical world stability as well, which is interesting. I feel like there's like a lot of luck here, a lot of growth and expansion, a lot of room for growth and expansion, but you are in your head a little bit about this. There's some sort of like Mercury energy surrounding. I feel like you just really want this like abundance, this Ten of Pentacles, this family life, this everything so bad that it's kind of getting to you. What else do we have for everyone, please? Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck, feeling trapped, feeling like there's no way out. So this is coming through. It's interesting because we have healing, healing, and then you feel stuck, feel trapped. So I don't know if you like haven't gained that clear. It looks like you haven't gained that clarity. I see some like murkiness too. So there's something about murkiness. Like something is confusing you in your emotions, something is confusing you in your thoughts. There is clarity and there is abundance here, but I feel like this is just part of this last part of healing. We have the Two of Pentacles on the back, which tells me that there's choices here, and you're trying to figure out like how to kind of stabilize yourself, how to balance yourself out the best. Um, Feeling stuck in your head, but major healing, and this healing has brought some sort of like growth and expansion. This healing has brought some sort of like good karma. Um, which basically means that you've taken care of something. You've taken care of some patterns in the past that haven't worked for you in the past. You've healed some inner child trauma wounds, childhood trauma wounds. um, and so you're being offered basically something that you really want right now, which it looks like to me. It looks like you want this sort of like self love that's tied to your physical world stability, but also this like overall abundance, like physical world overall abundance. You are in your head a little bit. You're in your head because I don't know. I feel like this has just been like a really long journey for you, and I also feel like you haven't really seen the results yet. Like you've planted the seed with the Ace of Pentacles, but sometimes when we have this Ace of Pentacles seed, sometimes we don't always see that. And sometimes we plant the seed and we don't know, right? Like we have an interaction with somebody and it goes a certain way, and maybe it doesn't even go well from our perception, but we have no idea of knowing like if that did that grow into a tree, did that just die off, what was that? But I feel like you planted something here, you haven't really seen the results yet, and so you're having trouble trusting, you're having trouble with this faith. You're struggling to have faith, you're struggling to trust that everything's going to work out okay. um Okay, let's clarify these though, and we'll see if we can get any other deeper information. So show me about this Page of Pentacles, please, for everyone for this full moon in Libra and Lunar Eclipse. We got two. We got Nine of Swords again. Yeah, still, you're in your head. It says mental anguish, mental anguish and emotional anguish. So yeah, you're struggling with something that you've started to work on. Could be with an inner child or with a child, or it could just be something that's newer, something like energy that's newer. You have temperance, perfecting balance, so this is like divine timing. So I feel like, yeah, things are going slower than you want them to go. This is giving you quite a bit of anxiety. You're really in your head about this. You need to clear your third eye chakra and your throat chakra and your crown chakra, it looks like. Third eye, mostly third eye. So something about listening to your intuition, paying attention to your intuition. So with this Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, and this Nine of Swords again, it's like you're in your head because you're not paying attention to your intuition, and you're being called to with the Queen of Cups here. What is this Queen of Cups? And you need to have patience. You need to recognize that this is part of your journey. This is how the journey's supposed to go. So you need to really like just hold on and like take it as it comes. You know, have that faith. There's a lot of luck. You do have luck coming your way. What is Queen of Cups here for, please? Wheel of Fortune. Decisive moment. So, Wheel of Fortune, decisive moment. So you are, yeah, your intuition. This is what I was saying about your intuition. You need to really rely on your intuition, but also rely on the universe. Like recognize that things are happening this way for a reason. There's timing for a specific reason, and everything's like turning in the way that it should as it should. And so you need to really focus on your power, which is like maintaining control over those emotions, maintaining empowerment over your emotions, and also paying attention to your intuition. Because look, the bottom says beyond your control. But this is in your control because we got it upright. So it's like you have to make those choices. What are the choices again? I'll tell you. You have to have that faith. You have to have pay attention to your intuition. You have to trust yourself, trust your higher self, trust God, universe, whoever. What is the star here for, please? For this full moon in Libra, lunar eclipse. What is a star here for, please? Four of Cups. Self-serving disinterest. Okay, so you haven't seen results yet. You may not be relying on your intuition. You may not be relying on, um, trusting yourself, trusting the universe, whatever. And so you're being offered something here, but you're like, am I though? But you haven't gotten to that last part of the healing. I feel like that's a part that you're missing. That's why you're in your head. But I feel like you have to kind of like pull yourself together, like pull these thoughts together. The Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords kind of thoughts. You need to pull those thoughts together so that you can complete the rest of this. What is this Nine of Swords here for, please? Oh my goodness. We have the High Priestess, subconscious mind. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's just going to keep giving the same message. Subconscious mind, so that's your intuition, right? Magician, resourceful creator. So they're saying, wait a second, like, instead of being in your head, instead of like being anxious about this and being up all night and not sleeping and everything, you need to rely on your intuition. Look, she has the whole moon here. She's like, they're like, here, we're offering you this. You're closing out this cycle. And so now you have the opportunity to be that resourceful creator. The magician is very resourceful. Why? Because he has all the tools. He has the wand, he has a cup, he has the pentacle, he has the sword. And so that makes him very resourceful because he has all of these different tools that he can use. And so he gets to kind of determine how the next steps are going. He's very empowered that way. So with the magician and the high priestess here, it's like you can't be in the magician high priestess energy with that Nine of Swords energy because you're in your head. Your thoughts are getting in the way. They're going to cloud your judgment, which is what has been happening because you're looking at it like, I don't have an opportunity here. And they're like, no, look, we're giving you the star. We're giving you the Wheel of Fortune. We're giving you the Ten of Pentacles. You totally have an opportunity here. What's this Ten of Pentacles for? For everyone, for full moon in Libra, lunar eclipse. King of Cups, emotional mastery. Yeah, this is kind of a lesson in emotional mastery. And why is it an emotional mastery? Because when your thoughts are all crazy all over the place, when you're ruminating, which means that you're thinking the same thing over and over again, you're thinking about things that happened in the past that you wish you just play it over and over like a never ending, it's like a broken record, it plays the same pieces over and over and over again. So you're doing that in your head, and when you do that, that starts to affect your emotions because everything's tied together. Our thoughts are tied to our emotions tied to our thoughts. So they're saying, no, you need to take hold of your emotions, you need to master your emotions. The King of Cups is very good at mastering his emotions. What do you want? You want this Ten of Pentacles. So how do you do that? And it's interesting too because we have the Queen of Cups here, so there's a pair. So there could be something related with a connection. Maybe there's some sort of family situation or something that, involves commitment where you really want this abundance to the next level. You want to take this to the next level to like a committed relationship or something. And they're saying, okay, here you go. But you have to master your emotions. You have to listen to your intuition. You have to trust the universe. You have to trust the divine timing. Please don't get in your head. Trust that this is your journey, and that's kind of what they're saying. So what is this Hermit energy for the full moon in Libra lunar eclipse? We have Five of Swords, not by the rules. Yeah, you're in your head again. So the Hermit energy is like you going within, you trying to kind of like introspect and try to figure out, kind of try to discern, like, how do I heal this? How do I bring all this stuff that's bubbling inside of me out to the outside of myself, because I think this is interesting imagery. Do you see how she has the light within her, and she's kind of have like a kite? It's the same light. So she's like allowing her light to go. So with the Five of Swords though, you're like in your head. You're like, it's like with the Four of Cups. You're like, well, I don't see an opportunity. So maybe I'm doing the wrong things. Maybe it's not like this. Maybe, your thoughts are just going like totally all over the place with that. And you really need to kind of like, instead of focusing on that, I would focus on paying attention to your intuition. So you're going to have to like maybe ground yourself a little bit. I see you needing to ground yourself. I see you needing to, you could do like meditation or something. You need to really pay attention to like your emotions. And instead of like focusing so much on the thoughts, what are the emotions telling me? Because the emotions are going to tell you something where your thoughts can make sense of it, and then you'll be able to move forward with that. But right now, it's just like you're letting your thoughts kind of control everything, and it's just making anxiety. It's like anxiety that creates more anxiety, stuff like that. What is this Wheel of Fortune for everyone for this full moon in Libra and lunar eclipse? We have the Seven of Coins in reverse, a lack of growth. Upright is good things take time. So the lack of growth is coming from these thoughts. They're offering this to you, but you're kind of like saying, I don't know, like, but what about this and what about the past? And you really need to like quiet that mind of yours. I think grounding could be really good. So you could, I mean, even just Google it. Just Google grounding exercise. You can always reach out to me if you need help with, if you're like, what is grounding? I can help you with that. But, you need to kind of get out of your head. Your thoughts are really doing a disservice to you right now, because they're telling you things that are not helping you excel on this journey to like, they're making you stay stuck. So that's why you feel stuck with this Eight of Swords. What is this Ace of Pentacles for everyone for this lunar eclipse and full moon in Libra, please? Death, external change. Yeah, so a seed has been planted where there's something that like you have the opportunity, for something different here, but something has to be released. You're holding on to something that needs to, like, I know this sounds harsh, but you're holding on to something that needs to die. It needs to be done with. The cycle needs to be completed. It needs to be ended. So I think what you're holding on to is something with your thoughts, like feeling, maybe you're getting like a sense of control with your thoughts, because a lot of times like when we do have anxiety and we do like overthink things or we have too many thoughts, what we're really doing is we're trying to remain in control of something that we don't feel in control in. And where does that stem from? That stems from trauma. That stems from, because when we experience trauma, right, there we experience things that sometimes are very horrific or very like, negatively impactful, and we feel out of control. When we look back on it and we think about that trauma experience, we go, oh my gosh, I wish I could have like controlled the situation better. So then we have these like ego defenses like anxiety, where we try to control the situation with thoughts. And I see you doing that. Somebody here is controlling this, trying to control the situation with thoughts out of a trauma response, needs to release doing that so that they can move forward, because a seed has been planted. There's something already in motion. I got the Wheel of Fortune twice. There's something already in motion here. Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. There's something already in motion. What's in motion? Something about your intuition, something about something you've invested in. But you're not going to see the results of the thing that you invested in if you are not going to, let your thoughts kind of not take so much of a hold on you. This is like a fear response, this is out of fear. And so they're saying, just slow down, like hold on, like you got this. You're missing opportunities. You're not feeling like you're stable in your emotions when you are. It says self-serving disinterest. Yeah, you're like, why should I do this? It never works out my way. That's because your thoughts are getting in the way. So what's this Eight of Swords for everyone for this full moon in Libra lunar eclipse? We have Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Yeah, so they're telling you, they're like, look, you can have this emotional fulfillment. Another like family card. So there is something. I feel like for somebody here, this could just be, this might not be everybody's story, but for somebody here, there is something with a King and Queen of Cups. There's something where there's a next level of commitment. There's a family life. There's emotional fulfillment because we have this family card and this family card. And, but you got to get out of your head. You got to get out of your head. So I would recommend grounding. I would recommend focusing on the things another good thing is having gratitude. A lot of times when we have gratitude, we can get ourselves out of that place. We can recognize like what we're grateful for, what we're thankful for, and then it helps us to kind of like remove some of those blocks. We have the star, wish granted on the back. See, you guys? Wish granted. They're like, here you go. But you gotta make that choice. You gotta, and this card is always like a love fear card for me, like love and fear choice. So, which choice are you making? Are you making the choice out of fear? If you're in your head, if you're like over analyzing it, overthinking it, like analysis paralysis style, you are going to be making that fear choice because that's that ego response. Remember, that's trying to control it. So I feel like also you need to kind of like release that like need to control. I know it's really scary to do that, but that's the only way that you're going to be able to heal this right now. Yeah, Ten of Coins, another family card. Yeah, so somebody's here looking for some sort of family. I think it has to do with family or if it has to do with a connection. And, the full moon in Libra and the lunar eclipse are going to highlight relationships or highlighting connections. So I would not be surprised if this was, some sort of connection. There's some sort of like soul connection. We have both the King and Queen of Cups. There's some sort of like emotional, soul connection here that is highlighted with this. But you have to kind of like take the reins here. You have to figure out how you can be that resourceful creator, how you can use your intuition to your advantage. You've already invested in something. We have the Seven of Coins, which means you have already invested in something, but it's a lack of growth because see, the upright is good things take time. So I feel like you also need to have patience with it. You're not having as much patience as you need to have, and that's something that's also, going to be an obstacle in your path with this. So I think that was pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. I will pull some more. I will pull like another card or two to get like just a last little message confirmation. But yeah, that was pretty straightforward. I think, it really is like resonating with what the energy is. I think that like there's this healing process. Somebody's having some sort of healing process. And I think maybe there's probably a lot of people because that's just the energy. So I'm going to pull like a power of love because that was something that was highlighted that came out. So what does everyone need to know for this full moon in Libra, lunar eclipse energy, please? What does everyone need to know for full moon in Libra, lunar eclipse energy? Um, what is the message, please? Okay, so we got two. We have vision. No matter what you see, the bigger picture, no matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. So vision. And then we also got compassion. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. So yeah, again, I'm getting, this is like, you have to have that self-compassion, like we saw with the Queen of Cups, but also you need to use your intuition, which is also going to be the Queen of Cups. On the back, we have kindness. You are a humanitarian, made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. Yeah, so they're saying like we know that what you want. What you want is something, you know, relating to connecting with others, and so we are offering that to you. However, again, you have to use your intuition. Um, Also, you have to kind of speak what's true too. I'm seeing, and then also like I'm having like there's like a solar plexus chakra thing coming out too about, how you're treating yourself versus how you're treating others, how you show up for yourself, how you show up for others in the world. So, I hope this was helpful. I hope this resonated for you guys. This is a beautiful message. I hope you guys have a great full moon in Libra and lunar eclipse. And thank you guys so much for stopping by today.